In this video, we're going to learn how to create a lease on Chameleon Cloud. Leases are reservations for specific nodes. This allows you to become the only user of a specific node for a given time. It's one of the unique features of Chameleon Cloud. First, go to the Horizons interface and then log in. In the Horizons interface, click on Reservations, then click on Leases. This page shows every lease, whether it's active or a prior lease, on your project. If you're a student on an education project, you may already see a lease created by your professor for the specific hardware that they want you to use for a lab. The most common type of hardware available on Chameleon are compute nodes. If you wish to reserve specific types of nodes that are less common, such as GPUs, you may want to check the lease calendar. Then, filter the node type for the specific type of hardware you're looking for. According to this lease calendar, the 16 P100 nodes that are currently available on Chameleon are reserved by other projects until a specific time. You may have to create a lease for that time in advance if you want access to that hardware. Compute nodes are readily available. You'll notice that there are several compute nodes that are available without current reservations. Let's go ahead and reserve a compute node and try to start that reservation immediately. Click on the Create Lease button. Let's go ahead and create a lease for a compute node, which is the most commonly available type of node on Chameleon. Click Create Lease. Specify a unique name for your lease. If you'd like to reserve a specific node for the future, you may go ahead and fill in that information. This is useful when you're trying to reserve a resource that is relatively in demand, such as a GPU node. For a compute node, of which there are many available currently, we can go ahead and leave these fields blank, and Chameleon will go ahead and try to create a lease for one day that starts immediately. If you'd like to reserve a specific node by UUID number, for example if you're doing computer science research that requires reproducibility using the exact same hardware, then you can go ahead and specify this in this text field. You may also specify the type of node that you want to go ahead and reserve. In this case, we'll just go ahead and select Compute Node. Click Create. Once the lease has been created, you'll notice that there is a start date and an end date for the lease. That hardware is available to you for this time period, after which the specific node that you have reserved is released back to the general Chameleon user community. Now that you've reserved a node on Chameleon, you can launch an instance on that specific node. To see how to launch an instance, continue to the next video in our series.